So we need to talk about Fantastic Four.
Say that again?
Fantastic Four is coming out July 25th, just a few weeks after the blockbuster Superman movie is supposed to come out. And Marvel recently has been doing a lot of marketing with this movie, and it's been starting to make me wonder, how much left does Marvel have in the tank? The previous Marvel installment, The Thunderbolts, was critically a success, but at the box office it fell short about $100 million to break even. And that being said, Fantastic Four First Steps has a pretty big shoe to fill. It is the next movie slated in the MCU Phase 6 right before Avengers Doomsday. It is supposed to lead directly into the next Avengers movie, which is arguably supposed to be one of the biggest Avengers movies. It has all the old X-Men actors, it has returning Avengers cast, and it has this Fantastic Four team. This movie has a lot more on it than most people think, and I want to make sure people understand that if this movie doesn't do what I think it's going to do, Marvel is in big trouble. And here's why. The film itself, as of what we know, it's based off the Galactus and Silver Surfer story that we've already previously seen in that older 2000s Fantastic Four movie. And that one didn't necessarily land. Most people agree that that was the best Fantastic Four movie we've seen, but people didn't think that they really landed Galactus very well. And from what we've seen in the trailers, Galactus looks like Galactus, comic book accurate. He looks menacing. He's actually like a physical being walking onto Earth, trying to devour it. Essentially, that's his role. That's how he continues to live. He eats planets. And the Silver Surfer looks awesome. I don't care that she's a female. She looks great. And some different things with the plot, it seems like, could be spoilers, but not really. In the trailers, if you're watching, it seems like Reed and Sue have a child, and it's probably going to be Franklin Richards. If I were to bet money on it, I would bet it's Franklin Richards. And in the comics, Franklin Richards is one of the most powerful beings in the entire Marvel comics. So Galactus could also be after Franklin Richards, or possibly Doom. So the plot of this movie is pretty big, and there's a lot of things that they could do right with it, and there's a lot of things they could do wrong. But me personally, most of you guys know this, I'm a pretty optimistic person, and I really like to see the good in things. And from what I've seen in the trailers, I think it's going to deliver a good film. I'm just worried that Marvel fans, super critical Marvel fans, might think it falls short. But let me explain why I think it's going to do well. First and foremost is the cast of the Fantastic Four. Playing Reed Richards is Pedro Pascal. When this was first announced, Pedro Pascal being casted as Reed Richards, everyone just assumed it was just because he's Pedro Pascal, and Pedro Pascal gets cast in virtually any movie. This is going to be his third movie of the year, and I don't think he's even done yet. But watching Pedro Pascal movies, he does a lot of research into his characters, and I don't think Kevin Feige and the hiring team over at Marvel is just going to pick him just because he's him. He's a pretty versatile actor. He's seen in The Last of Us and other really good TV shows and movies, and I think he will play Reed pretty well. A character I'm getting more excited about seeing is Sue Storm, who is played by Vanessa Kirby, who is a wonderful actress. There's been reports that she's supposed to be seen as the leader of the group, which I'm totally fine with. Either her or Reed being the leader of the group, it doesn't matter to me. It might be a little bit of a tandem, joint leadership there. From what I've seen, she's looking like she's supposed to be the glue of this Fantastic Four family. But the two characters I'm the most excited for is definitely The Thing and definitely Human Torch. I think the actors playing those characters are really good. The Thing looks like The Thing. He looks comic accurate. Like, they got the eyebrow, they have his eyes down, they have his build down. He looks great. I think the actor voicing him too is awesome. He's also in The Bear. The actor's name is Ebon Moss-Bachrach. I definitely screwed that up. You can flame in the comments. I'm sorry, I'm very bad at saying people's names. And Human Torch is played by Joseph Quinn. I think a lot of people were worried about his portrayal more than any other person's portrayal, just because Joseph Quinn is a very popular, new, up-and-coming actor, and a lot of people just thought it was just like, it's just a popularity contest. They hired Pedro, and now they hire Joseph Quinn. Like, what are we doing? But the final trailer that they released and the snippets that we've been seeing, he acts like Johnny Storm. He's sassy, he knows he's hot shit, and him in the trailer trying to get The Thing, Ben, to say it's clobbering time. I'm looking forward to that the entire film. It looks like he has a really good relationship with him and his sister, and of course Reed. I'm excited about the chemistry that they're going to have between the four of them. I can't say that their chemistry is going to be amazing because the film isn't even out yet. I have a feeling and an inkling that they're going to have good chemistry. Just them like doing press tours and premieres for this stuff and doing media for the film. It seems like the group got along well together, and there's other parts of the film that I'm really excited for, and that was the production of the film. From what we've known, this film has been in the making for a couple years now. They went through a lot of director changes, from going to John Watts to now Matt Shakman. I think Marvel really wanted to make sure that the director of this film knew exactly what they wanted, and I'm pretty sure they've done it pretty well. The production took a while to get done, and they've been editing this movie for a while. There is a lot of CGI in this film, obviously, with most of the film being extraterrestrial, with the Silver Surfer and Galactus, obviously. But there were set photos released of the Thing being practical. Now, obviously, it's CGI, but the actor Ebon wore this costume of the Thing, of his head. From what we've known, it seems like a lot of care has been put into this film. And also, the film being in the 60s, there are some fans, actually a lot of fans, that seem a little bit hesitant about it, that it's like a 60s retro futuristic Earth with flying cars, but I'm totally okay with that. I think people just need to lighten up and just kind of try to accept that this is a new iteration of the Fantastic Four, and also learn to accept that as well, because I haven't seen this type of Fantastic Four team ever. Their suits look awesome. The 60s vibe from what we've seen in the trailers looks pretty cool. Obviously, the film needs to come out still, but there's a lot riding on this movie for it to be right. Marvel currently is in their quality over quantity phase, and this would be their second film that they released in this quality phase. The first one being the Thunderbolts. The film seems like there's a lot of care being put into it, and I know that Feige's been keeping a close eye on this film, saying that they're trying to make it as true of a Fantastic Four film as they possibly can, and that's all we can hope for. The movie itself has to land. It has to reach the heights that other films have. In order for it to be a success at the box office and in general, it needs to be critically somewhat well acclaimed, and it needs to do more than break even, I think, at the box office. I don't know what the numbers are that it needs. I don't know what the production value of this movie is, but I'm guessing anything below $600 million is going to be a flop for them, because Fantastic Four is a big name. It's one of the biggest names in superhero comics, period. But yeah, all we can do is hope for the best with this film. I think with what they've shown us, I think the film's going to do well, and I'm excited for it, and I'm optimistic about it, just like many things. But on a serious note, I think this film can be a good Marvel film, and these characters are going to be big parts in Avengers Doomsday, especially Reed Richards going up against Doom. Who knows? And also, there could be a post-credit scene about Dr. Doom and RDJ. Who wouldn't love that? Isn't that cool? Go watch the film. But thanks, guys, for watching the video. Also, look at this. For those people who commented on my last video to clean my dang room, look at that. Look at that. Isn't that just great? The closet's fine, okay? The closet's always been a discombobulated mess. But the bed is where it's at. And the dresser. I cleaned up the background, okay? I didn't expect that many people to watch the video. Well, cool? Alright? Anyway. Thanks for stopping by. Let me know your thoughts on Fantastic Four First Steps. Are you looking forward to watching the movie? Are you just going to wait for it to come out on Disney Plus or DVD? Are you going to buy a ticket? I think you should. It looks like it's going to be a good film. But thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. And I hope to see you guys next time. Deuces.